like a double-edged sword, right? Job's making you miserable, and you're trying to hang on to some sense of yourself, and try not to succumb to your breaking your values or any of your morals. So you're trying to you're trying to play this game, this very dangerous game with your soul. Um, and you could lose all your money and the people you love through this process. But what I found out was I completely lost myself. Not because of the drugs or the mental illness. I became something else because I stayed in that business. And that was the toughest part, right? Because now that you're no longer in that business, you're left with this shell of yourself, like, who the fuck am I? I'm this now? Okay, well, what do I do? Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing, because this is the type of person I am. This is what I'm going to do, right? So you continue the same path, because now you've become this thing. And this thing is miserable and full of hate, and you're going to be drawn to your next job that allows you to be that person. And that's what's happened to me, right? Quote unquote muscle hire. And then the light bulb finally goes off, and just like, I can't be this person anymore. It wasn't like, oh, I can't handle this mental illness anymore. Oh, I can't handle being a drug addict anymore. Oh, I can't handle being an alcoholic anymore. It was like, who the fuck was I when I was 18? When looking everything back, like, let's see if we can find that guy again. What was that guy at 18 thinking about? What was the dreams of that 18-year-old? What was his aspirations? Of course, besides fucking getting laid, because 18-year-olds, that's all they think of was getting laid, right? And driving home from out west, dude, it was like, it's impossible. I've done too much, I've come too far. There is just no way to change what I became. And it all started from being in a job that I didn't like. Actually, like is a soft word. Like, I fucking hated going to work. I fucking hated it. I can't stress how much I hated it. And bodybuilding's always been in my life since a kid. Something always threw me off track. Even when I was Loblaws, in the early days. Well, of course, my first memory of bodybuilding was Joe Weider's Bodybuilding Encyclopedia. It was like a package, you get this book and charts and stuff. It was like in 1983. And I always went back to it, and like I said, could never stick with it, right? Like, even when I got really sick when I was off, probably 2013, just a couple years before I would let go. I figured it out. I had figured it out. But given that situation at that time, I just couldn't pursue it. lot of reasons. But that stuck with me. It stuck with me. You know, I even remember saying in one of my past videos, you know, I was actually trying to think, when was I, since, you know, like, it couldn't have been all bad since I started with Costco in 96. There must have been some points in my life where I was really happy. You know, there must have been some points in there. And a lot of those, the two of those times was when I was actually into bodybuilding, really into bodybuilding. You know, 1998, me and my first wife were really into it. Like, we actually had a gym in our house, like fucking serious fucking gym. You know, I think we spent almost 10 grand on it. You know, and then then again in 2008, you know, working out made me happy, but just couldn't sustain it. I just couldn't sustain it. I wouldn't make it a priority over everything else. My job always came before that. Always came before that. You know? Came before your happiness, your own happiness. You know, you have to plan for your escape. You have to, if you're in a shitty job, you know, and you want to follow your passion, you have to plan for it, you know. But what you fail to say is it's going to be a hell of a lot more than that. It's going to be, you have to take a pretty good look at who you are now, you know. And that was probably one of my biggest challenges. The job became who I was. Like, that's what it was. This character, this turbo, this number one. You know, there was no Scott outside of work and Scott at work. It was the same guy. You know, living the same story, living the same craziness. There wasn't a separation. There wasn't a home life and a work life. You know, that was the hardest part. Was, well, this person doesn't know how to do anything else. I don't know if this is the right, that fucking reflection from the door, right? Scarface, move. Oh, that fucking hell. Do a different angle here. I want to move everything around. How will we do it on the couch? How will we do that? Okay, need this. And this. Okay, let's try this. Let's do it this way. All right. Yeah, let's do it here. That's much better. Okay. I gotta do my testosterone shot, and while I'm doing that, I would like to tell you about something that happened to me today. It's not that often when I meet somebody and I'm completely blown away. Like, I was completely blown away. You know, you meet people, and you know, some may be strike you as attractive. Some may strike you as intelligent, or witty, or funny. But it's very rare that you get hit with like kind of a total package type thing, right? Like that leaves you thinking like, excuse me, who the fuck are you? Like, I mean, it rarely happens to me. Because most of the time, like, I'm really not that perceptive, especially when I'm manic and shit, which I am always manic now with the new job and the way my life is now. There's so much going on, right? So I'm constantly elevated, not to dangerous levels, but this is the way it's gonna be for me for a while. So, anyways, I'll get into this person in a second. There's my cotton. Now, even though I haven't been to the gym since I think November, I still keep up my testosterone shots because it's important to keep a good balance, right? But I don't take when I'm not training. I don't take any anabolics. Since I've been starting this job, though, I do take an anabolic called DECA with my testosterone, just because it's good for the joints. It's recovery from my job, because sometimes my job is extremely physical, depending on what I'm unloading. So it's important that I have proper recovery and I can do the fucking job, you know. So I don't know which shot I'm doing today, but we'll check my chart and find out. Let me just get this all organized. Well, I'm not on the phone, so I have no idea why you're bothering me. Scarface seems to always jump on the table, come around when I'm on my phone. Other than that, he just does his thing and leaves me alone. Well, I guess he just checked to see if I had the phone. It's like you're telling me, stay away from your phone. Oh shit, I got a call. Hang on. Yeah, that was my boss. Got a guy driver going on vacation next week. Got a driver going on vacation next week, so we're gonna be down a driver. So we phoned and said, we got a big day tomorrow and big week, and just wanted to talk to you about it. And I'm like, whatever it takes, man, whatever it takes, don't worry about it, I'm there for you. Okay, so that means like doing 2 runs, so I don't know. I don't know. Just let me know what you want to do and I'll make it happen. How's that? Okay, so let's get this sorted out and we'll get to the story about this person who blew me away. Okay. Here's my shot calendar. Very important. Yeah, we are the I'm trying to figure what date it is. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, we're 11th. Okay. So it's a testosterone shot today. Test 450. 225 milligrams equals 0.5 cc. And the shot goes where my last shot was right thigh low. Right thigh low. Right thigh low, which means it's got to go into the right thigh low. Right shoulder. Right shoulder. Okay. Phew. Okay. So this is my DECA. I got my bottle of Anadrol ready to go for the gym next week. Love Anadrol. That's popped out. Oh, too much air in there, maybe. Too much air in there, maybe. So, I went to Popeye's supplement shop to buy some protein powder. I scoped it out about a month ago. So I walk in the door, and there was this tanned woman at the cash, a mask on, had the the braided hair, long. I think it had a couple beads in it. Really attractive woman. Really attractive woman. Let me know if there's anything she could do to help. I said, no, I know what I'm getting. I'll just grab it and I'll be right back. So went to grab the 2 tubs and didn't have it in my flavor. Says, yeah, excuse me, kind of need your help now. And she wanted it over, and she had this kind of a confident sway to her. I'm like, damn. You know, like she was, like, you could see the confidence was just fucking flying off her, right? Like, geez. Okay. And then I said, do you have it in this flavor? She goes, well, let me go back and see what we can do for you. Something along those lines. So she walks it back, and of course, the man in me, I'm fucking checking out her ass, and her ass is like fucking beyond awesome. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, okay. So she got the two tubs. She come out. She goes, what was her exact words? I got you hooked up or taken care of. But she had the bottles, and the way she was holding them, and she came towards me, like, just the mannerisms, her body language as she said it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this? You know, like, she was really captivating me here. Right? I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm still waiting for something that, not a turn off, but something that just kind of I'm still waiting for something to annoy me or or like be less than perfect, or I'm not explaining this properly, am I? Like, you just want this you just want this person to stop being affecting you the way she's affecting you. You want that to come to an end, right? Because that's the reality of meeting people and getting to know someone. Like, there's always some kind of it doesn't always keep going like this. It drops off eventually. No matter how minuscule it is, there's just something, right? So I get to the cash, and immediately starts talking, asking me questions about coupons, and we're just carrying out this this interaction, and just observing her body language and the words she used and the way she used them. And she had these really dark fucking black eyes. I'm like, fuck, I'm just I'm just a fucking mess. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Right? Jesus Christ. Fuck. Oh, I didn't mean to ruin the flow there for you guys. So she asked me, says, well, you've earned some, like, Popeye's bucks. Would you like that to put towards your order? And I'm like, I'm just still just like, I'm not, it wasn't like, I don't even know how to describe this, because this hasn't happened to me before, like meeting someone like, that's affected me like that. I managed to, like, have the conversation and not just stand there just like, you know, speechless, but I just couldn't, there was just no down thing, you know. I'm patiently waiting for it, like, okay, I want to be able to forget about you and get on about my day. You know, I don't have to be worrying about you or thinking about you for the next month. I want to have the storage for that, you know. And so we're talking about the masks, how we have to get rid of them. We get rid of them soon, and I told her, well, I managed to get back to the gym, And I says, well, which gym do you work out, and stuff like that. She goes, well, I don't work out. I said, geez, really? I says, you look in amazing shape. She goes, well, I dance. I'm like, oh, geez, here we go. Like, dancer. I'm like, fucking shut up, lady. Like everything was just, I'm like, okay, you can't be real. No, just, I'm imagining things. I'm seeing what I want to see. I'm not hearing her correctly. These are going through my mind. Like, this woman can't be real. I says, okay, well, what kind of dancing? Now, I didn't immediately jump to the conclusion of a erotic dancer, but I'm thinking maybe dancing in other forms of entertainment, right? I'm not stuck on that idea, but that's kind of what I was expecting. And she told me she does R&B. She does hip hop and break dancing. I'm like, holy fucking shit, I'm just like, with me, a big thing with attracts me is someone who's doing something they're passionate about, and you can tell, with her talking about it, she was excited to be a dancer and she enjoyed it very much, and it really came off. It came out in her personality. It came out in her body language. Yeah. So she asked me I could get some free stuff. I'm like, no, I don't need any of this shit. Give it to a friend or something that someone that needs it. I just want this situation to end. Not because I didn't enjoy the interaction. I was like fucking blown away. But the dangers of being bipolar, you tend to sometimes see things, you can get it wrong. And everything about this one was coming out right. And I'm just like, I got to get out of here so I can process what the fuck is happening. And I wasn't nervous, I loved meeting her, and I could have stayed in that shop for an hour talking, or, so anyways, I grab my powder and I'm fucking sitting in the truck. I'm like, Scott, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. Even say, well, I'm sure we'll see each other again, kind of type of thing, there's a small part of your brain that says, yeah, I don't want to take the chance of never seeing this person again. And I sat in the truck. Believe me, I have no problem telling someone how I feel, or that. It wasn't a nervousness of afraid to approach her. I have no problem talking to women. It's just based on, there's a lot going on here. The first thing is, it's best for me to practice patience, and to practice always not going for it all the time, and just kind of letting life come to me once in a while. Because whenever I chase something I really want, especially when it comes to the opposite sex, it never works out. It always ends misunderstood or misinterpreted or whatever. Maybe because the approach I take is very blunt and honest, so I don't think they like to be surprised that way. It just never seems to go over well. But it was bugging me. I can't fucking let this person go, man. Like, if I don't see this person again, that's gonna be a shitty thing. So I sat in the truck. Said, okay, fuck it, just go, Scotty. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen, and you'll see her again next time you're in here buying shit. Well, I drove by 5 minutes through the parking lot. I pulled over. Nope, gotta do it. Where's the piece of paper for my number, right? Write down my number, and like, okay, just stop. Stop, right here. Okay, Scott, how old was she? Do you remember how old she looked? I'm like, holy fuck. I don't know. I don't know how old she was. I don't know. She had a mask on. Jesus Christ, Scott, she had a mask on, and you want to give her your number. You don't even know what she looks like. Yeah, no, but I could tell she was pretty. You know, I'm so like, I'm just going through this stuff, right? And so I managed to just convince myself to walk away, drive away. And I'm driving like, okay, well, maybe I'll just call her then. Maybe I'll just call her. And I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm going through this whole fucking process. And you know, I don't get excited like this about women, not in a long time. You know, I just appreciate the moment I meet someone interesting or funny, and life goes on, because you know I really don't need a relationship. And but this woman completely blew me away, completely. So I hope I see her again. Um, but I can't. I've met some pretty interesting people, very unique people in my time. Um, some were really, you know, how some people you meet and you can just tell them anything. Others you can't. There just was no downward thing with her. Like no bad vibe. It was like, it was even the language, the way she talked, the way I was just like, it was like everything that I never knew I liked, and I do like. Very strange experience. Very strange experience. But I'm thinking she's probably maybe early 30s, so probably still too young for me. Well, I don't think she's too young for me, but I imagine she doesn't want to mess with no 50-year-old man who's a fucking whatever. But it was just a really, really cool experience. And I wanted to share it. You guys ever like meet someone like that where it's just, yeah, there's nowhere to go but down, like, you know, and I'd like to find out what is it about her that makes her do this instead of like this, you know, who knows, maybe it's all like that, but who can sustain that, you know, I don't know. I just think it was crazy. It was fucking crazy. Oh, I'm gonna get too much air on this thing, eh? I'm gonna take some air out. Yeah, there's lots of air in there. Well, this new supplier, their stoppers aren't the best, I think. But I wanted to try them. I'll normally go to my other guy, but I need to make sure that I always have a source to go to. Because when I don't have the stuff when I want it, it can really fuck up my workouts and my mental game and everything. So there's nothing wrong with having options. It was still a cool moment, though. I'm excited about it. Can't push that. Oh, I didn't put enough air. I took too much air out of it. Just to equalize the pressure, I mean. Okay, come on. 0.5, and they're done. That. put the new needle on, and we're good to go. So I'll end this quick little video, and I'll go take my medicine and call it a day, and on to the next thing. Until I see you guys again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. God bless you soul. Oh. All right, a couple hours have passed. I was editing the video, and I noticed that I took the wrong injection. It was a testosterone shot I was supposed to take, but I took the shot from the Abdeca. So, and I thought I'd do this video over again a little calmer. I was pretty elevated a little earlier. I just got back from my errands, and my head was busy, and I wanted to talk about this woman, and I was a little rattled, and I didn't know how to process the whole thing, so let's reshoot this. Okay. Cotton. All right, cotton, cotton, cotton. Okay, let's be sure we grab the. Let's be sure we grab the correct bottle this time. Make sure the phone doesn't fall this time. All right, right bottle here. All right, got the right bottle now. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how I tell this story when I'm not so elevated. See if my words are the same, or this will be interesting. Interesting experiment, eh? Am I centered here? Okay. All right, so let's. Oh, I forgot the pen. Need the pen. See, I gotta put the pens. Can't leave the pens on the table, because Scarface will assume I'm leaving it for him, and he uses it as a toy, as a toy, and I'm missing pens all the time. Okay, so Deca, 150 milligrams equals 0.5 cc. So that was a right shoulder. Now we have to do right shoulder, left thigh. Wait a minute. Oh, that was right thigh low. Okay. Left thigh low. Left thigh low. Oh, we got that running. It wouldn't surprise me if I was recording with the freaking timer off. Not timer, but without the video running. Okay. Let's double check this. Okay, test 450. Okay, did I do my hands? I don't remember. Usually I do this without any distractions. Okay, back to Crystal. Her name was Crystal. I think she's the first Crystal I've ever met. Do I know any other Crystal? High school, maybe. Crystal Pinto, maybe? Crystal, have I ever met a Crystal before? I don't think so. And okay, so I go to Popeyes to buy my protein powder. I scoped it out probably about a month ago. Usually I use their version, their brand Beyond Ice, Beyond. What the fuck is the name is it? Beyond something. Uh, Isolate protein, and it's like fuck $120 a tub, expensive stuff. So, um, I wanted to go with just a whey. I didn't even fucking care if it was a concentrate, just a whey product, and not spend so much money. I want to try and save money. um, so I went there about a month ago and I scoped it out and I found one I like, and you can get two for like $170. So 12 pounds, so it's pretty good. So I walk in the door, and there's this woman standing at cash. She got dark skin, got the braids in her hair. She's about 5'7", maybe 127 pounds. Like fucking, she looked fucking damn good. So I walk over to the wall to get my powder. And it didn't have the flavor I wanted, so I went back and I asked, okay, well, I kind of need your help now, you know. Do you have it in chocolate? She goes, well, let me go back and check for you. Comes from behind the counter, and you can just kind of see all of her. I'm just like, holy shit, you know, like, wow, you know, arms are tight, flat stomach. She had these really dark eyes, like they almost black, real piercing. I'm like, holy fuck, you know, I'm just, you know, this woman's starting to affect me here. And she kind of walks, I would call it more of a sway. She had this confidence about her, and, yeah, it was very noticeable, and she kind of swayed by me and walked towards the back and checking out her ass. I'm like, holy fuck, man. Like, wow, you know. Sometimes you can have a good body, but the fucking ass is as flat as a table, you know, just fucking. I was impressed. So, you know, from the outside, she had it all going on. I'm just like, fuck yeah. Wow. You know, so, she comes from out back and she's got the two fucking big ass tubs of powder, and she says, you know, I think we got you hooked up or taken care of or something along those lines. It was and it was a way she said it, the way she, I don't know how to explain this. It was the way she carried the tubs and moved, and her language, and was like, I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, who is this woman distracting me like this? I don't have time for this bullshit, right? And I walk over to the cash behind her, and I'm just like, wow, you know, I'm really taken away with her. So I'm at the cash, and we're finishing this transaction. We're talking, and she's asking me about coupons and free stuff and Popeye bucks, and and part of me is thinking, you know, I just want to leave, because right now I don't like the way you're affecting me, and this can't be real. And I knew I was really elevated at the time, so I just didn't want to read in anything, but at the same time, you know, I knew what was going on. I remember she asking me, because of my membership, I got a bunch of free stuff, and I couldn't even bother accepting. I'm like, no, just give it to a friend, you know, so give it to someone you know can use it. And we started talking about the masks and how we get to get rid of them at the end of the month. And, you know, we talk about restrictions in the gym, and it'd be nice to just go to the gym with any of this bullshit. And I asked her what gym she went to, and She says, well, I'll go to the gym, but I'm definitely planning on to. I says, really? I says, you're fucking amazing shape. Of course, she took the compliment really graciously. And she goes, well, I don't really work out. I'm a dancer. Given my past, with dancers, immediately I'm like, okay, this is unbelievable. Okay, now you're a dancer, Of course, initially, I thought she would be of the exotic kind. But before I opened my mouth and was presumptuous, I asked her what kind of dancing. And she says she's into hip hop and R&B and African dancing and break dancing, and she's talking about it. And obviously, you could tell she was passionate about it. And fuck, I love anyone who's passionate about anything. It was really coming off on her talking about it, and I was just like, holy fuck, this kid. She's just too good to be true. Like, there's gotta, I'm just waiting for this drop off. Like, okay, show me, you can show me something anytime soon now where you're less than perfect. Because I was wasn't uncomfortable, but I don't need a relationship. I don't need that in my life. So I don't put my thoughts and direction into that. And, she's making me think the opposite, right? The absolute opposite. I'm like, okay, I think we can get married over there. That just my manic perception and thoughts. It's insane. It's insanity. I can barely keep up with it. And I know how she's affecting me, and I just want it to fucking end. Just go away. Show me something that annoys me or dislikes, or that you're not a perfect fit, so I can forget about you and get on with my life. Of course, the more she talked, the more I interacted with her, the connections just got thicker and thicker and thicker. Of course, probably not on her part, but I'm just saying for me. Like, even sometimes, especially when I'm manic, someone can say the littlest innocent thing that will just turn me off. And I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting patiently for it. It's just not coming. It's just every word out of her mouth was at the perfect way, the perfect sound. It was almost like she wasn't confusing me. It was almost like, oh, you speak bipolar? Like, I don't know how else to tell you this. I'll explain it to you. There was a calmness, there was a confidence, there was all the above. All the above. So I finished the transaction and got my fucking ass out of there. With no negative thing to think about. I left there with the thought of, okay, that woman was perfection. If there was such a thing as perfection, she was that. That's not very good for a person like me, because a person like me always goes for it. I always go for it. I don't. That's the problem, especially with women, right? Whenever I go after something I want, it never works out. It's misunderstood because I'm so blunt and honest. I have no patience. I'm like, can't let this one get away. But that's just a lack of experience in dating and learning how to be subtle and be patient and that. And, I have really no experience in that. 2 long-term relationships that happened very quickly, moved very quickly. After that, it was just, there was no dating or courtship. It was just paying for it or being in a position where it was just like, yeah, you're with me. So, that kind of thing. So I sat in that truck and I said, fuck, I'm fighting it. Most people, when it comes to most men, I would imagine, that comes to like dating and stuff like that, they're scared to approach. They're trying to give themselves confidence to ask someone out or approach them. For me, it's the opposite. I'm trying to fucking talk myself out of doing it, you know, because I always go for it. So I'm trying to convince myself not to go back in there. I'm in the truck. I'm like, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You know, it's not going to work out. You know, you're probably seeing something you're not seeing, or you'll be too forward, or you'll put her in a position where she's extremely uncomfortable. But, you know, I got in an van and I drove off. 2 minutes down to the parking lot, I fucking pull over. Can't let this one get away. I can't do it. So I search around for the van for a piece of paper, write my phone number on. I go to the back of the van and the whole van's empty, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And oh yeah, that's right too. Okay, so I got distracted me from that. I'm like, okay, I'm not worrying about what's happening with the van right now. I gotta fucking find a piece of goddamn paper because the van was totally empty. For a second, I thought the van had been robbed because no one told me that the van was being empty with all the equipment. And I'm just like, holy fuck, you know, I'll worry about that later. So I found a piece of paper, wrote my name on it. And I said, okay, I'll just go back. I couldn't walk away. I couldn't walk away. Then I stopped and said, okay, pause, time out. Let's go over this situation. Scott, she had a mask on. Do you even know what she looks like? So I tell myself, well, I know she's good looking. I know she's pretty. You know, do you even know how old she is? Does she have all her teeth? Oh my God. I'm like, no, you're right. I need more information. I need more information. Go home, Scott. Go home. So I started driving home, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just call her. And, hey, you remember me, Scott? I just bought some powder from you, and just, you want to hang out sometime? You know, that kind of a thing. And I managed to talk myself out of going back and coming home, and yeah, it was an experience for sure. It was definitely an experience. Okay. Oh shit, did I throw the wrong thing away? Oh, I did too. Oh, I'm so distracted. Oh, there it is. It's the other part of the needle. I was supposed to throw this part away. Oh shit, what the fuck here? Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, usually when you meet people, they have something about them that stands out, whether they have a great sense of humor, they're witty or intelligent. But it's rare that you meet someone who captivates you on every level. Like, we shared laughs, you know, we made some jokes, and yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it was really hard to walk away, but I know it's best that I do. And if it's meant to be, I will see her again. But isn't that the way, though? Like, I don't need this woman in my life. I really don't. And that's the way it works, right? It's the way it usually works. When you don't want something, you get it. Why is that? Okay. It's usually the way it works. Honestly, it's just, yeah, we all always have these people that we come across in our lives and our path that that stand out for some reason or another. If I never see her again, I'll always remember her as the perfect one that got away. Yeah, you know, it was a pretty fucking cool experience, you know. Like I said, I'm not really looking for anybody. For me now, I take pleasure in meeting women and meeting, you know, and appreciating the moments when I do meet them or interact with them, you know, but my brain doesn't immediately go, oh, she's got this and that's a possibility. It doesn't work like that with me anymore. I just enjoy the friendship or the interaction, you know, because, yeah. So it was weird with this one. My brain didn't go that way, hasn't gone that way with a woman in quite a while. So, yeah. Thought I'd share that. So, I don't know if this video came off more calmer or the story was different, the same, or whatever, but I'm gonna rewatch it and just for shits and giggles. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I'm getting tired. It's definitely a different way of doing a video, you know, but it is what it is. Till I see you guys again, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Crown bless you all. Crystal, if you're out there, hope I see you again. Mwah.
Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on the crazy train.